So let's get on with the program. First, I'd like to ask Professor Harish to address the gathering.
Okay, welcome everybody. Congratulations to all the students who cracked the JEE and also securing admission at IIT Gandhinagar. And congratulations to the parents also. So let's have a big round of applause. I'm sure it's a joyous moment for all of you. Great. Okay, let me start with bad news first. My guess is there are about 200 plus students, 210, 212, 210 students. My guess is maybe 25, 30, 35, 40, somewhere in that range of you may not finish your BTech in 4 years. Some of you will stay on for a 5th year to finish. Some of you will take 6 years to finish. Some of you may drop out. Some of you may take maths courses, twice or thrice to clear, so on and so forth. So I said I'm sharing bad news. Okay. The other bad news I would like to share is if you do all that is required for getting a BTech degree, attend classes, do your homework assignments, give exams, do a reasonable job at it, get a decent CPI. Again, my sense is you'll be losing out on many things, and you will be perhaps on the average side, an average engineer. What do I mean? I will elaborate on this further. If people are interested in having a very routine desk job where you are entering the same data into an Excel file for 45 plus years. Think about it. When you graduate, you'll be 21 years old, mostly. Right? Some of you may be 20, some of you may be 22. And most of you would work until at least you are 65. Right? So you have at least a 45-year career ahead of you. 45 years. Right? Maybe 9, 10 hours a day. That's a long time, right? It's a really long time to prepare for, right? So I think my feeling is most of you are not here to do that, to do a very routine, get some routine job and just do that for 45 years. Even if you think that is what you want, my sense is you'll get bored within a couple of years of doing that. Then you'll think, I should do something else. Maybe I should be an entrepreneur. Maybe I should make a difference by doing something exciting in engineering. Maybe I should get into research. Maybe I should teach. Maybe I should get into academia. Maybe I should do something in the social sphere, make a difference. So my sense is you are here because you want to have an exciting career. It's a really long career, and so you want to do something exciting. You want to contribute in one way or the other. And it's not just about a job. So the larger point I'm trying to make by sharing these two pieces of bad news is that many people tend to think after cracking the JEE, getting a decent admission, you are set. You are set for life. The answer is that it cannot be farther away from the truth. My own experience has been that, especially for a very successful career, the amount of effort, amount of challenge only increases with time. Every level it is harder. You have to work harder. You have to compete harder. You have to do things that are much more difficult. You have to do things that are much more complex than just solving a problem and applying a formula and getting an answer. So with that context, let me share 2 or 3 very short stories. One, we did this open house in Delhi. At that open house, I happened to meet one of our alumnus, PVS Anurag, who after doing a BTech here did an MBA from IIM Lucknow and then is currently working with McKinsey, the big management consulting company. He was sharing that at IIM Lucknow, he had classmates who were from other big older IITs, I will not share names. And he was sharing that when I was speaking with them, I realized that in some of these other IITs, the class sizes are much bigger, and they do a good job of course, studying, reading the textbook, doing homework assignments. But here at IIT Gandhinagar, I got something very different, which was I had a lot more group projects. There were a lot more group discussions. There were a lot more course projects. Sometimes we would make prototypes. Prototypes means models, right, at the end of the course. We would have all these very different things within our courses, right, that built teamwork, that got us a sense of real application, and so on and so forth. That is impossible to do, perhaps, in large class sizes or some of the other places where there are, talking about hundreds of students in a class, whereas here we had, at that time and even now, largely 30, 35 students in a class. So that was one experience. The other person I just spoke to 2-3 days ago is Suyesh Patidar, who is still a student with us, current student, third-year student. He went for this summer internship in Singapore, NTU, after his third year. So after coming back, he was sharing that it was a very good experience, but he felt the lab courses here, the projects here, the research projects that are going on here at IIT Gandhinagar were even more challenging than what he faced there. He felt, I went there imagining it will be much more challenging, and then I felt it was not that challenging. I could easily tackle it. So this is a second incident. Third incident I would share is another of our alumnus, Soham Harshe. This past December, we have this alumni meet every year. He was here. After graduating with a BTech from IIT Gandhinagar, he went on to do an MTech at IIT Bombay, and if I remember correctly, I think now he's working with GE in Bangalore, working on aircraft engines. He was again sharing that during my MTech, I realized that a lot of people from other colleges and other IITs, they were very good with knowing many new things and fancy terms and knowing information. But what I realized that at IIT Gandhinagar, we were really trained for the fundamentals, not knowing all the information that is easily available on Wikipedia today, but really thinking about the concepts and basics. So first half an hour, he always felt like, "Arey, दूसरे को ज़्यादा पता है, मेरे को नहीं सिखाया गया ये सब." But later on, when you would go deeper, work on a project, उसे लगा कि, no, I really understand the basics. I can do a better job in this project as compared to many other people who have been to other good places. So the point I'm trying to make is the quality of our academic experience is outstanding. You may not realize it now, like many of the stories that I just mentioned. You may realize it 5 years later, 10 years later, maybe 20 years later. There are many things that we do which are unique in terms of very high quality academic programs. And there are many subtle things. There are a number of things that I could talk about. Great electives, flexible curriculum. You'll perhaps hear about some of these later, minors, dual majors. There are so many options, so many different things that you can do within the academic program. And within each course, you will see, again, very interesting things. But there's more to it. I think there's another trump card beyond the quality of academic program. And one more thing I should add is that the academic program, and in fact the overall experience, is really tuned for that 45-year career that I was talking about. So have you guys heard the term lambi race ka ghoda? So you know what it means, right? So we think of our students as really that 45-year ka lambi race ka ghoda. So what do you need to be successful for such a long career? Right? That is how our approach is, not how to get a job, or how to get this one thing or the other thing, or how to be set in life. It's really how to be successful on a sustained basis. So now I'll come to the other trump card, beyond the academic curriculum, which is overall development. मतलब जो courses है, exams है, homework assignments है, उसके beyond बहुत सारे other opportunities हैं. International fellowship, international internships, explorer fellowship, foundation program. Foundation program, पता नहीं आप लोगों ने सुना है कि नहीं अब तक. It's a 5-week program wherein there are no classes. So from today, for 5 weeks, absolutely no classes. You'll be doing variety of other things, but you'll be super busy from morning to evening. Sports, ethics and values, communication, leadership, teamwork, third item. Fourth item, connecting with society. And there's a fifth item that I'm forgetting. Creativity. So these are the 5 items you'll be focusing on for the next 5 weeks. And it's going to be super heavy duty. It's not going to be like a picnic. ऐसा नहीं है कि time pass चीज़ें हैं. Serious चीज़ें हैं. Right. And somewhere maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, you will feel कि थक गए यार, सुबह से शाम यही कर रहे हैं, sports इसमें. एंड मेरे जो क्लासमेट है वो दूसरे IIT में उसका पढ़ाई शुरू हो गया, हमारा शुरू नहीं हुआ. कब शुरू होगा? When will we do maths and physics? At that time, remember, लंबी रेस का घोड़ा. Okay, so we are really thinking of the long race. Don't be in a hurry कि आज क्लास शुरू करना है, कल क्लास शुरू करना है. So there are many other such opportunities. Extra projects that you can do. Summer research opportunities here. You can do research project. You can get into entrepreneurship. There's an invent program here at IIT Gandhinagar where students conceptualize, prototype, and even patent an invention in 6 weeks. Is that correct? 6 weeks, right? Yeah. So these are the kind of things that I was saying right at the beginning, bad news, that if you only do courses, exams, get a good CPI, you will be losing out. Because there are so many other such things that you have to actively take advantage of. आपको खुद से डिसाइड करना है कि मेरे को ये इंटर्नशिप करना है, मेरे को ये प्रोजेक्ट करना है, मेरे पास थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा टाइम है, मुझे एक्स्ट्रा सीखना है, राइट? मुझे एक रियल लाइफ इंडस्ट्री प्रोजेक्ट करना है, मैं इधर जाके ये एक्सपीरियंस लेता हूँ, एक्सप्लोरर फेलोशिप में जाना है. These are things that you will have to actively decide and do on top of courses. And these are excellent opportunities available, so you should take advantage of this. Okay, so now I come to my other point, which is, given all of this, given that we are really training you for the long run, and given that you have these extraordinary opportunities, now the other challenge will be that now you will have to make all these decisions for yourself. Because there are so many opportunities available, you will have to decide, मुझे research project करना है, मुझे internship करना है, मुझे कुछ NGO में involve होना है, summer में time है तो, मुझे इस टाइप का चीज़ करना है, उस टाइप का चीज़ करना है, मुझे minor करना है. Should I take some management courses? Should I take Sanskrit? Should I get involved in student activities? Should I volunteer to be student guide? Right? You will meet student guide shortly. So now it gets tough in that sense that you will have to make all your decisions and nobody else can help you with that. Because everybody will have different likes, dislikes, different personality, different interests. So students, from today, we'll start treating you as adults. You are 17, 18, you are on the cusp of being adults anyway legally. But from today, you will have to start taking your decisions. You will have to worry about these things, not your parents, not your friends. It won't work if you say कि मेरे सारे friends ये कर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी ये करना है. It won't work because you will realize very soon that हर एक का थोड़ा different interest है, different strengths है. It doesn't work कि सब मिलके एक ही चीज़ कर रहे हैं तो फिर you will be losing out, right? Now this also means that we will very happily say goodbye to all the parents today. And कल से parents के साथ हम interact नहीं करेंगे, students के साथ interact करेंगे. अगर today if I need something in my job, if I have some trouble, my parents don't call the director and say कि यार इसका कुछ कर दो 4 दिन का छुट्टी चाहिए problem है. Once you're an adult, you have to do everything on your own, right? So, so we will do that, and this will be training for your life, because after you graduate, you will have to do that anyway, right? But here it's a very controlled environment, safe environment, where you can do all of this and this could be practice for real life. This also means you are carrying a much higher level of responsibility. You are expected to bear the consequences of your actions. तुमने casually कुछ गलत चीज़ decide कर लिया, दूसरे को नुकसान हो गया, then you will be held responsible, right? There are a number of details I can quote, but you will hear more about it later. You will find that you have extraordinary freedom here at IIT Gandhinagar, because we think you are adults, right? You know, no limitations. You can choose your own courses. You can decide when to take which course. You can decide what to do at what time. There are so many different things where you get extraordinary freedom. But then you have a responsibility to take decisions, which are also ethical. So just to give you a sense, again, now I'm coming to a little bit of bad news, but just to give you a sense, there were almost 20-odd students in the last semester where there was some kind of disciplinary action or the other, because we feel it's important that it's training for you for your life. So if you do something wrong, there will be some disciplinary action. Of course, there's an opportunity to recover, but that is something important that you should know. On the whole, I would say because of all of these, I honestly, genuinely feel, and some of our students can add to that later, our students are better off for the long run. They are more responsible, more ethical, they conduct themselves better, they are also much more active in engaging with various things. And to just give you one example or one evidence, over the next several days, you can try to get a sense of ragging in other IITs, other colleges, where some of your friends may be. And you observe how our students act. That will give you enough evidence of what we mean by our students are responsible adults. With that, I would say that's the end of sharing my bad news. The good news is you are in a great place, fantastic atmosphere. I'm sure you're going to enjoy your next, hopefully 4 years, and not 5 or 6 years. All the best, and congratulations. Welcome to IIT Gandhinagar.